Well, hello there, and I do hope you're all well. Now, this is an absolute belter of video. So much so, I even redid it, because I was blathering again. But anyway, onto the video. Now, Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper was dissecting Priti Patel's nonsense about the Tory party, being the party of law and order and all that. Well, Kit Malthouse, our policing minister, in a desperate attempt to, stand up for our hapless Home Secretary, saying about our successes we've done, this is down and that's down. Let's just say Yvette Cooper poured cold water all over his nonsense.
Are getting off and hundreds of thousands more victims are being let down. Let me give way. I will give way to the policing minister. I have to say I will also give way to the Home Secretary as many times as she wants to intervene and to actually explain why it is that the prosecution rates have plummeted, why cautions have collapsed and community penalties too.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful to the Right Honourable Lady. I understand the picture she's trying to paint, but I know she'll want to give a balanced picture to the House overall. So I'm sure she'll want to acknowledge that in the latest publication of crime statistics by the ONS, that violence was down 8%, knife crime down 4%, theft down 15%, burglary, which you mentioned.
We were in a pandemic, Kit, you tit.
Down 14%, car crime down 6%, and robbery down 9%. And while we acknowledge that the fight against crime is never a linear one, we should celebrate our successes, should we not?
So I would say to the policing minister, actually I'm hugely relieved and glad that while during lockdown, while everybody was at home, there were fewer burglaries of homes. I'm also hugely relieved that during lockdowns, while there were fewer people on the streets, there were also fewer thefts on the street as well. But I would just quote to him from the Office of National Statistics in April, who said, police, since restrictions were lifted following the third national lockdown in early 2021, police recorded crime data show indications that certain offence types are returning to or exceeding the levels seen before the pandemic, while violence and sexual offences recorded by the police have exceeded pre-pandemic levels. And on overall crime, I am sure that the policing minister would not want to make the mistake that his business secretary did of somehow dismissing fraud that is responsible for some of the huge increases in crime and say that that is somehow not a crime that affects people's daily lives, when what we know is that it is causing huge problems and huge harms, particularly for vulnerable people across the country.
Oh, absolutely brilliant, wasn't you, Yvette Cooper? The reason why I remade the video was, as our policing minister, Kit Malthouse, was talking utter tripe. So would I, unfortunately. What an idiot I am. As I said, I'm a work in progress, and like I said, I'll get there in the end. Right, do hope you enjoy the video, and I shall leave it here until the next time. I shall bid you farewell and take care.